and I've picked up a few good hacks along the way. Today I'm flying to Tokyo, and I want to take you along with me so that you can see some of these tips in action. Today I'm flying with one of the best kept secrets in international travel, Air Canada. And they've got an app that makes it really easy for me to just punch a couple of buttons and get my boarding pass right on my phone. And they've now got an Apple Watch app that allows me to get my boarding pass right on my wrist. Today we're making decent time, but I never want to feel rushed when I'm heading to the airport. So before I ever leave the hotel, I like to check this navigation app called Waze, which allows me to see wherever there's accidents or traffic jams along the way. And let me tell you, the drivers love it whenever I'm shouting out directions from the back seat. No one in the history of ever has said, I like security lines. I mean, I certainly don't. Air Canada is a part of the Star Alliance program, which means that gold members and business class passengers get a priority security line to get through. But I've got global entry, which means that I have a known traveler number attached to every single boarding pass that I have, which increases the chance that I get through TSA pre, so I can fly through security. Thanks a lot. My flight today is a quick hop to Toronto before we head on to Tokyo. Bienvenue à Canada. I hate long layovers. That's why this particular Air Canada flight to Tokyo is awesome. There's no switching terminals. If you've got a checked bag, it goes right to your next gate. And get this, it's just a quick passport check. There's no immigration hassles, no customs, super easy. The whole process took just a few minutes. On time. Now, I've been to a lot of airports in my time, but let me tell you, this one is fantastic. There's tons of great restaurants, some great shopping, and fast free Wi-Fi. But I've got a bit of time before my flight, so I'm going to head up to the Air Canada Maple Leaf Lounge and relax before we head out to Tokyo. And I don't know how they got this massive sculpture in here, but it's pretty cool. Morning. How you doing? Lounges are a great way to make good use of your time if you've got a connection, and this one's one of my favorites. They've got a full business center with tons of quiet work areas if you need it, and if you just want to sit back and relax, a bunch of great free food, and most importantly, free drinks. When I've got a long layover before international travel, I sometimes like to take a quick shower. It just gets that travel feel off of my skin. See you in a bit. When I'm waiting for my flight to be called, I like to check my plans ahead of when I land. I'm probably going to be a little bit jet lagged, so I'll confirm the address and transportation now. That's us. Time to go. Thanks a lot.
It's when he's boarding.
When you're taking a long flight, the right plane can make all the difference. And this is one of Air Canada's brand new, fully loaded 787s. I hear they don't call it a Dreamliner for nothing. Let's check it out. Hi, how are you doing?
Welcome aboard. So nice to see you aboard.
Thank you. Absolutely.
Thank you.
So this is premium economy. I'm usually pretty happy when I'm flying in one of these seats, but today I'm flying business class. It's critical that I get good rest so that I can go to my meetings right after I land. Some people might consider this a bit of a luxury.
The reason why he has a trip to Japan is that because he has a few meetings there.
Now we've got power outlets on a flight like this, but if you don't, you really need to conserve battery power or get an external battery like this one. You never want a dead phone when you arrive. Yeah, I'm not going to work 14 hours straight. Now, I usually like to download movies and stuff to watch beforehand, but they've actually got tons of hours of great entertainment right here on the seat back. And we get to watch it gate to gate so that you don't have to worry about your movie getting cut off as you get ready to land. One of the things that everybody worries about for long-haul flights is jet lag. But the 787 has a low cabin altitude, which means fewer headaches and less fatigue. And I try to get to sleep as quickly as possible while in the air, which I'm about to do for real. And when I arrive, I try to stay up as long as possible to make sure that I can adjust to the new time zone. See you in Japan.
Several hours later, he's in Japan.
That was an easy flight. A quick shower and a change at my hotel, and I'm ready for my first meeting. I'll catch up with you guys on my way back. That was a great trip. Got a whole lot done, but now it's time to head home. I flew into Narita, but now we're heading out of Haneda. It turns out this Air Canada flight is the quickest one from Tokyo to the northeast of any airline. I'm looking forward to an easy ride home. Now, when you fly through Toronto back to the States, your checked luggage actually goes right through without having to claim and recheck it. And if you fly Air Canada, you actually clear U.S. Customs right here and get it over with. So by the time I'm back home, I can walk right out of the airport as if I was flying domestic. Not bad. I feel sorry for these guys. So I'm almost home, and they're really not going to let us film past this point, so I've got to leave you here. I hope you enjoyed traveling with me today, and you learned some good tips along the way. Now, international travel can be really rough. Trust me, I know. But thanks to Air Canada, this quick trip to Tokyo went super smooth. I'm Matt Galligan, and I'm out. Happy traveling.
For more information, travel smarter. Alright. This is the Toronto Stopover program. This is one of the routes they take. But besides, I might have to keep this video a little bit longer. I know this video can't be too long. Last time. And then here's, Air Canada's hubs are Vancouver, Calgary, Toronto, and Montreal. And yes, yeah. I've never been to Japan before, but Japan is such an inexpensive place before. I've gone to. I've never gone to Japan before. And yes, some of the Asian countries are pretty cheap, except Japan. Someone thinks that Singapore might be also expensive. Here's Japan. And unlikely, American Airlines is operating a new direct flight from just happened last month from LA to Tokyo, but this flight doesn't go to Narita. It goes to Haneda, right near Tokyo. And then this is the airport that my parents go to. My parents didn't go to that airport. Mac Algan flew. This is Haneda Airport, where American Airlines is going to in the future. There's another airline in Tokyo that Denver operated a new flight, and you could also fly, but you don't have to. You could also fly to Seattle, or you could also go to San Francisco, and or you could go to LA to fly to Japan. I don't know where Narita Airport is. This is Narita Airport in Tokyo. Matt Algan landed in Narita, but instead he flew out of Haneda Airport. This is the Haneda Airport. Japan is such an expensive place to go to, except I've never gone into Japan before. My grandma is still alive. She's 67 years old. This is one of the airplanes that could fly me from the US to Japan. Unlikely. You could, just like last summer, All Nippon Airways had operated a new 777 flight from Houston to Tokyo, Narita, and probably this year, I think we could still, you could also fly from Chicago to Tokyo. There's a new ANA Houston flight from Houston to Tokyo. Unlikely at the end of the year of last year, ANA had produced Star Wars aircraft for the honor of the Star Wars The Force Awakens. And my parents are on his way home. He'll be coming any minute with, and I'll let him know that I'm ready to wash my clothes. That's it. Aiden wanted to say goodbye. here's the videos that I'm gonna, here are one of the upcoming videos. It's about, the clothes that my parents got me from Brazil, and my, my very first trip in 2016. Hayden, out. Goodbye. And also, good night to everybody.